Ugh. Ugh. Well, I might as well start talking since nobody's here yet. So, yeah, it's been a decent week so far. Um, I went to not Aldi, Lidl, after I went to the gym today. And I, I didn't navigate the crisps aisle, which I think is a very big deal for me, to be honest. I gave that the old swerveroo. Um, yeah, and I just basically bought some protein shakes to top up my post gym shenanigans. Um, and I went to the market and I bought 8 pink lady apples for £2. And I went to Lidl and they were 2.49 for six in there. So bargain. And I also got some bananas and I also got some mushrooms. I love me some mushrooms, to be fair. And then I picked up a couple of bits of chicken, some pork, some bacon, all that kind of stuff. Um, I got some eggs on Monday, so I'm going through them, like 2 boxes of eggs. Um, if I have the eggs every day, I probably go through 2 boxes in like a week, I would say. But you know, I find that I'm not great when I have a sweet breakfast. When I have a savoury breakfast, I find that I'm a lot better set up for the day. Well done. Welcome in, Ank. Good to see you. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? I just thought I'd do a little mobile stream check-in just to see how everything's going. You been to the gym this week, Debbie? I'm actually quite enjoying. Welcome in, Yar. Um, I'm actually enjoying doing the gym on different days now. Got turned down for a job you interviewed for. I'm sorry to hear that, Debbie. It's quite difficult at the moment, isn't it? You went to the gym on Monday evening. Nice. What did you do? If you don't mind me asking. Do love a cheeky bit of gym going. Am I a small YouTuber? Um, I mean, I've got 2,000 odd subs, so I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm monetized, so that's a lot more than other people can say, I suppose. So there is that. And Today, we haven't had any rain so far. Did you see in the news that every single day so far of 2026, it's rained in the UK? And it's mostly the southwest coast that's had all of the rain every single day. But the river out back has flooded, it's burst the banks. So I had to go a different way around to the gym today, which is fine. It doesn't really take much out of my day. So it's just annoying because it's a nice like scenic walk. You speak Korean, but you learn a little Australian and English. I mean, Australian and English are the same, although some things Australians say, I have no idea what they mean. Um, you did a circuit called Box 12, 3 minutes on punch bag, 45 seconds of rest, 3 minutes hit, six punch bags, six hit stations. Okay. Do you reckon you'd ever do a high rocks, Debbie? Do you reckon you'd ever do that? Because I think like it seems like something really interesting to do. I'm not. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't do it at this point. I would have to shed a bit more timber. You're not sure what high rocks is. High rocks is basically hit training, but as a sport, it's like competitive exercise. So you'll do like lots of circuits and stuff like that. Welcome in, Zizi. Good to see you. Um, you'll do lots of circuits. So you do a bit of running. You'll push some weights back and forth, and you can do it solo. You can do it in a duo, or you can do it in a group. And they do it like all over the world, I think. So yeah, I don't know. I follow a couple of people on Instagram who do high rocks. There's one guy who does like he's like slightly heavier than me, I think. He's like 350 and he does like marathons and 5Ks and he's done high rocks in a duo before. So I think it's Johnny Goes Running. I think that's his handle on Instagram. Thanks for subscribing, Hank. You should say good afternoon. It is afternoon. It's almost 2 p.m. here. And I've done everything I need to do for the day, so I can just relax now. My therapist cancelled on me this week because she's not well, so I have to wait for that. But otherwise, we're doing all right. And I've not had any crisps so far this week. I'm very proud of myself. Pat myself on the back there. Because I was tempted because when I was in Lidl, I saw a box of Calbee potato chips, and I haven't had Calbee potato chips in a very long time. Last time I had them, my other half bought me like a Japan box where you can get like sweets and stuff like that, and I was tempted, but I didn't get them. I just got rice and protein shakes and a loaf of bread, and that's it. It's 3 a.m., but you sleep at 1 a.m. Well, it's past your bedtime, isn't it? You better head off to bed. Uh, so, so yeah, I think I'm doing okay. I could be better. I could be worse. My meals look really tasty. Thank you, Debbie. Some people don't think so. Some people think I'm faking what I'm showing, which is absurd. Um, yeah, some people are just very odd, and whatever. I know what I'm doing. So. Your dad always sleeps at 8 a.m. Oh, does the night shift, does he? I've been trying those My Protein ready meals, and they're actually pretty good for lunches. Um, it takes like the thinking out of the equation, so I don't have to be like, maybe I could have this, maybe could have that, and I don't have to like walk to the shop or whatever, and then tempt me like buying crisps and that. You had an aubergine bake ready meal, had a seafood starter but couldn't keep it down, woke up with indigestion. Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie. I mean, I hate seafood. I mean, I'm literally allergic. You can't even play Roblox. Oh dear, what a shame. So aubergine bake, are we talking like moussaka or is it something else? Hello Diddy. Welcome in. Good to see you. Um yeah, so I've got a aubergine al forno. Lovely. Have you seen the M&S range where they have like very few ingredients? They've got quite a few products now, I think. Um, they've got they've got the cornflakes, obviously. They've got baked beans. I think they've got bread as well, which is it's weird that's kind of that's kind of a novel marketing idea. The fact that you're selling stuff that only has a couple of ingredients in because that's what it's supposed to be. Um, like the cornflakes, all they have is corn in it, and some Americans are like, "Well, what if it's GMO corn?" I mean, Americans be Americaning, but that's just how it is. I do like M&S's ready meals, but I feel like they lack on certain things. Your dad always plays Dota 2. Oh, I've never played Dota 2. I think um I've played auto chess, but not at Dota. There's a meal deal promotion for Valentine's Day, so even though you're not saving it for Valentine's Day, it's all right. We're not doing anything for Valentine's Day, to be honest. I bought a card, but other than that, I'm not really interested. Welcome in, Wow. Good to see you. Yeah, we're not doing anything. I think I've got a discount for chicken and rice somewhere, so we'll probably get some chicken and rice. How about that? I'm feeling very anabolic with my treats lately. But how's everybody's week going? My week is going absolutely fine. So, you know, St. Valentine's is known as Hallmark Card Day for good reason. Yeah, it's like you can't get away from it. So I feel sorry for I feel sorry for the people with partners and without because it's just blasted everywhere. Um, I just don't see the point in it. But some people like to show their love on Valentine's Day. Some people get a significant other just before Valentine's Day, get a gift, and then they ditch them. They ditch them after February 15th. Yeah, daddy. Do you know what I mean? You're going to sleep on the floor. Well, don't do your back a mischief, all right? Your week's been okay. You're about to get ready to go to the gym. Let's go. Well, what are you going to do there today? What's on the agenda? I'm finding that I'm going to the gym a little bit later, and I think that going a little bit later actually is more beneficial for me because I can, just let myself get accustomed to being awake, and then I can just, do me exercise and be big and strong. I thought my husband and I wouldn't bother with Valentine's after we got engaged. I got that wrong. Been exchanging Valentine's ever since. Oh, just how it is, isn't it? You're going to do some cardio and upper body strength training. Nice. Wow. That's what I like to hear. Build those muscles like me. and a good stretch at the end, so I'm not super sore the next day. Yes, you got to do some. I think is it static stretching beforehand and compound stretching afterwards, just so you get like whip 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 whip. Because the worst thing is not being able to do anything the day after a good strength session. If you get flung into the back rooms, you're going to wake up immediately to get on your bed. Well, just go to bed. Yeah, it's just quite simple. You go to bed. Yeah. You walked 6 kilometers on your errands today, 9,000 steps. Very good, Debbie. I don't know how many steps I've done. I'd probably say like 5,000-6,000, something like that. It tends to be around that on gym day. And then I don't really track my calories when I'm pottering about at home. So add another like couple thousand on top of that, I guess. And you're done. But like I said a while back, I think for me at the moment, doing 10,000 steps every single day, um, I just can't do it, I don't think. Because do you remember when I did the charity walk and it was 5K every day? And I was ill twice during that challenge. And then this January, I tried to do 10,000 steps every day. And yeah, I just couldn't do it. So I think I need to like drop to like maybe 5,000, 6,000. It's already 1 a.m. All right then, have a good night. Honk shoe, honk shoe. Why are people skeptical about my meals? Because they've got nothing better to do. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, I commented on some super morbidly obese woman trying to flog her only flans. And I said, your flaps are showing. And then somebody was like, you can't give unsolicited opinions on a woman's body. And then this person's like a foodie beauty hate watcher. And it's like, you can't really, it's hypocrisy if you're going to be doing that. Only flange, yeah. Yeah, readjusting the goal is a lot better because then you've still got something to work towards and it's achievable. I think that, once I lose a bit more, then I can do the 10,000 steps every day probably. Welcome in, Kari. Good to see you from Algeria. Very nice. That is North Africa, right? Next to Morocco and Tunisia. In that vicinity. So yeah, I had to block them in the end because it's just pointless because they'll just carry on, and I don't really want to hear any of that bullshit because everything I do I share with you guys. So. H H H H H H H ha 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 ha. Welcome inside. Ha ha ha. Oh, the glories of vertical streaming. Only flans. Yeah, only flange, I don't know if I can say it. But yeah, it's just like for some reason on Twitter I get that. I get the bears and I get the big fat ladies and it's glorifying obesity, and as somebody who's trying to lose weight and combat the glorification of obesity, I see what they do as an affront. So, but I did, Debbie. Yeah, it was a struggle with the last couple of reps. I was like, it was shaking like, whoa. But I did it, and that's the main thing. Um, and somebody was like, "How come?" On TikTok, they were like, "How come you lifted almost 20,000 kg and you've only done 9 exercises?" Well, 9 exercises times 2 sets, and I lift heavy, so that's how it is. So there we go. I don't know. It's just been like since the whole Ethan Bernard thing, people have been trying to they've been trying to make me out to be like a liar. Do you know what I mean? Because they can't handle the fact that Ethan is a liar. So they have to come to me and be like, "Oh, you're dead. No, you're lying. You didn't do that. You didn't do that." And it's like, well, I did. So, I guess it's just part and parcel of what I do. Because I had a talk with Zebs yesterday, and the fact of the matter is I need to stop being a moral grandstanding kind of person. Because if when I see somebody lying about their weight loss journey, or they're glorifying their obesity, I become too much of a moral crusader, and I think that's my problem. What I need to do is just leave it to streams or YouTube videos, and then that's it. Um, just do a little bit of research beforehand. Bro, you look like you're from the Minecraft movie, but you look gorgeous. I mean it as a compliment. Well, Project Taeyang, thank you so much for the compliment. Are you saying I look like Jack Black? Because I don't mind that. A lot of people have said that in the past. Um, so yeah, I guess it's like I need to stop being like the Batman, the Batman of weight loss grifters. Tay Sowers is changing tack because he's been caught out and going down that I'm trying, I'm not perfect, yada yada yada. Yeah, he's moved back to Kentucky. He's moved with his missus. I assume it's his missus. Um, could But I don't know their relationship because she's still with her husband, right? She's still with her husband, but she kisses Tay on the lips every so often. And he got kicked out of Florida, and he's moved out to Kentucky, I guess back to the family home with his Britney Spears impersonating um, a brother. I don't know. What's the channel about? It's about weight loss. It's I do reactions, I do commentary, that kind of stuff. So um, oh yeah, I reckon so, Debbie. She seems to be like she seems to be the one that's let it all happen because it just seems like Taylor can't look after himself, which is why he has to go back home all the time, you know, and it's just really weird. It's just a really weird situation. And now he's got this quote unquote girlfriend. You just think is she his girlfriend, or is she actually just like his carer? Because that's like when she was in the hospital with diverticulitis. Um, when she was in hospital with diverticulitis, he was just laying down next to her like a glove. You know, you'll also come here for accountability checks, then for your studies. Fair enough. You got to study. Be cool. Stay in school. Um, so yeah, there is that to it, and I feel like it's um, it's kind of it's a really weird dynamic that they have. He did lose a pound, but he has had 2 GLP-1 injections, so maybe he's pushing the GLP-1 to the limit. Um, so it's easy to lose weight on a GLP-1, right? Because it eliminates the hunger cues and stuff. But it is also very easy to eat through the GLP-1 and not lose any weight. So it's a bit of a catch-22 in that respect. You too, Taeyang. Thank you very much. He uploads old footage of himself to make it look like he's lost weight. Yes, he does. He recycles a lot of footage. I did notice one time the videos were like a month apart, and they were the exact same video, even down to his shorts riding up in the same position. It utterly absurd, but people lap it up. That's the issue. They love that kind of thing, and that's why they believe him to be a weight loss champion. But he's being seen through because he's not admitting his issues. And it's the same with Ethan. There is a little bit of kickback with Ethan now. Um, it's probably nothing to do with my streams or anything like that, but a couple of people have said that they've watched my streams and they've changed their opinion on Ethan. So, but they also say I'm a horrible person. So I don't know. It's all different. It's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it? That's just how it is. So I will be going back to doing my regular lives, the reaction and commentary lives. I'm just, you know how I am. I just get into a rut, and there's things that I shouldn't be doing on the internet, like trying to morally crusade to, um, to make people listen, but you can't change people's minds. So I'm best just sticking to my little bubble. I'm an artist, darling. Exactly. Exactly, darling. You watch the first episode of Change Your Diets where he started. That's when he realised he could grift using his weight. I mean, he's been grifting since he was like 13 years old. He faked leukemia on his Instagram account. That account is still up. He pretended he was being bullied at school. The supposed bullies that were harassing him online, they were his own accounts. He was bullying himself to make people feel sorry for him. So he's been doing this. He's been doing this since he was a young teenager. And when you get into that cycle, I think it's difficult to stop. It's kind of like, like a habitual criminal kind of thing. You just don't know any other life. And I think Taylor just doesn't know any other life apart from grifting. And I think that's the main issue that he's going to have, unless he loses a significant amount of weight. Because let's face it, he's 466 right now, and at his lightest recorded weight, he was under 400. So in actual fact, he's up almost 70 pounds from where he started at the end of Change or Die. So I think he was 397 at the end of that. So yeah, I think I will. I think we'll watch a few episodes of that together. Um, we'll see how that goes, because it's up on YouTube now. Those episodes of Change or Die, because I'm very interested in. There's that young lady who did really well at the end. I'm interested in her weight loss story. Buff Bagwell as well. I'm interested in all of them. And I actually do want to see how Taylor is portrayed in the first few episodes, because all I watched was episode 9 of Change or Die. So you just get like the bin bags full of Wendy's, the DoorDash receipts, and all that kind of stuff. The asking for money, turning everybody against each other, that kind of thing. And I want to see how 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 positive it was initially, and that's yeah. So we'll watch a few episodes of that. Um, yeah, I mean, Taylor turns on the waterworks very easily, but you notice that when he got found out for turning the whole production crew against each other, he didn't cry a single tear. He was like, it's like a French person looking for directions, you know. So it's yeah, I think it's absolutely He's absolute turd. So yeah, I just need to have the YouTube streams and just leave it at that. He's cold inside. It's quite creepy. Yeah, it is. I mean, welcome in, Monster. Good to see you. No worries. I'm not going to be here for very long anyway. I just wanted to check in on everyone. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's a very odd boy, and it's a shame that he gets the limelight because there are so many great weight loss influencers out there that deserve the acclaim. I mean, he had like Sal, Journey with Sal. He gets the acclaim because he obviously gets pushed in the algorithm, and he's a nice guy, and he weighs under 520 now, I believe. So he's lost over 200 pounds, which is absolutely incredible. And the fact is, I like the positive stories that are out there. I just hate the grifters in the weight loss community, and that's why I do what I do, and that's why I shouldn't stop what I do just because some weirdos said that I should stop or they think I'm wrong. And it's their prerogative if they think I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm doing what I can. You can't police them. No, exactly. You just have to kind of sit back and watch. Well, I'm sorry. Well, I don't know why I said welcome in. Yeah, he's lost 200. So I think he started at 725, and last I saw was I think it was either February the 9th or February the 10th, and he weighed in at 519. So, and the best thing about Sal is he's honest. He's like, yeah, I had a pack of bacon, I had a massive bag of popcorn. Shit happens when you're over 500 pounds. Even if you've lost 200, shit happens when you're 500 pounds because sometimes, you're in a massive body and you still have those urges. Even when people have lost like 300, 400 pounds, they still have those urges. I don't think he started the GLP-1 yet. I think that's a little bit further down the line, but he's doing really well without it. And if he thinks that he needs it to get that little bit of extra help, then more power to him. Welcome in, Ray. Good to see you. I love that Sal doesn't pretend that he's eating 1,800 calories a day. Exactly. He's real and he's genuine. And, when you see Taylor say, yeah, I had a sausage wrap and it was 230 calories, and that's all I had all day. No, Taylor, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. So yeah, and I think that if you have an analytical mind and you watch these kind of people, you have to understand that trust is earned, and I think that Sal has earned people's trust because he is genuine, and there are people that are in his comments that are like, come on, man, you keep going up and going down. It's like, yeah, that's just the nature of weight loss, unfortunately. He knows what has happened. He knows what he's done wrong, and he rectifies it. And he's got a team of people that can help him rectify it. So, exactly, Ray. He's honest, he's realistic, and he's putting in actual work with real support from his friends and family. Yeah. I got 2 chips when I asked for an apple. What a moment that was. Anyone who calls criticism a hate channel the mark of a grifter. Yeah. I like I say, when I retweeted that Ethan Bernard thing and I was absolutely vilified on Twitter, I didn't realize how how staunchly right wing his followers are, and how they just see what they want to see. And I felt like shit. Yeah, I've done something wrong here. So I just had to take those people telling me to off myself on the chin. I had to just, let it slide for a bit. There are dribs and drabs of people still who seem to think that I'm jealous of Ethan. I've seen what some of his followers are. Some of his followers are literal Nazis. I do not want any of Ethan Bernard's followers. Okay? Fuck them. Absolutely not. I would rather have a small audience of lovely people than a gaggle of Nazis. Fuck that. Welcome in, Aruvi. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. That's how I feel. I'm a left wing liberal gay man in Europe. I can't handle how weird the right wing nut jobs are in America. So I openly admit I made a mistake, and that's why I've taken another break from doing live streams, and I apologize for that, and I keep apologizing because that's all I can do. But yeah, I'm at the end of the day, this is like my job, really. It's one of the jobs that I do, so I've got to take it seriously because I think I'm funny. I think I'm handsome. I think I'm wonderful. So, yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. It's just how it be sometimes. What's everyone's plans for today anyway, other than gym and that? And don't forget modest. I'm really modest, actually. I'm probably the most modest person I've ever met. Really. I really am. I heard that Remy, Rosie's new beau, was tinkling the ivories on her stream the other day. Is that right? And Rosie was writing poetry. Now, I have a master degree in creative writing, so I feel like I can objectively critique her poetry. So it was very awkward, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. We can watch that together tomorrow. Tomorrow maybe. She did read a poem out loud. Lovely. There was a young lady called Rosie who loved to smell like a posy. She sat on her chair and it depleted the air. And now her belly rosy. So I can't do it. you know. Shh. Ha ha, sweetie. And people are calling her nosy. She is very nosy, isn't she? I don't get involved, right? I don't get involved in all that. We do. We do. We do. We do. Be prepared for a lot of cringe. Oh, I'm prepared. Oh, I can feel my spine tingling at the thought of hearing that poem. Oh, it's like being in the room with Robert Frost. The path less traveled. Whatever it is. Right. So yeah, I guess we can plan. We can plan for a stream tomorrow. Bit of Rosie Roo. I heard that she's off. I heard the Patreon's off. Game's done. Job's done on the Patreon, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. Never paid for it. Never will. Rubbish. I think she still does her Twitch stuff, right? Because she can get paid on that. I don't know if she'll get her monetization back. She's done a lot of deleting, so there might be some monetization on the horizon. We'll have to see. But yeah, that'll be me off now. It was lovely of you all to turn up. I really appreciate it. Basically, I'm a silly ass, and I need to pull my finger out and stop trying to be a fucking absolute moral crusader, and that. Foodie's going to Belize. Why is she going to Belize? I'll Belize it when I see it. Yeah. Welcome in, Aldrich. Good to see you. A bad day is not failure. That is true. I'm just trying to my weight loss stuff has been good, and it's just that I need to get back into the streaming because I'm such a silly twat. I try and change people's minds about the people they so fervently love, and I should stop doing that. Meeting Solar in Belize. Belize is Central America, right? Tiny little country in Central America. Now, I know that Syrian passports don't have a lot of other places you can go to, but surely there's somewhere closer than Belize. I saw that piece of chicken that Foodie cooked the other day. Got a land border with Canada. Really? I'll have to look at my geography. What was I going to say? Yeah, I saw that piece of chicken that she cooked. I've seen cremations that have been less cooked than that chicken. Honestly. You could make a shoe out of it. Chicken shoe leather, that was. Oof. Blech. And then she wonders why she's like, I don't even need carbs. I don't even need them. I don't even need potato chips. I don't even need pickles. I can just bake my chicken. Well, start driving in Belize, and 5,000 miles later, you're at the Canadian border. I imagine, is she going to climb over Trump's wall to get from America to Mexico? Because you'll have to drive through America, right? You have to drive through America, down into Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras, maybe, bit of Guatemala. I don't know. All around there. Honduras, El Salvador, Belize, Panama. No, Panama's right at the bottom, isn't it? I don't know. We'll have to do some geography. I need to catch up with my sporkle. So yeah, we'll have a look at stuff. I'm going to be back to streaming, and please forgive me. I'm so sorry how much of an idiot I am. Thank you so much. Oh, Foodie's going to be dropping her before she goes to Belize, probably. She's going to the gym though, and I'm sure she does things. Is she one of those people that goes to the gym and she takes a selfie? She's like, oh, I've been to the gym, guys. Not a bead of sweat on her. Sun is shining in central London. It was really blue here, but it's grey now. We might have a day without rain. I'm hoping. Here's hoping. Because I said earlier, in the news, they said that every single day of 2026 has been rain in the UK. And we're not beating those allegations of being rainy all the time, are we? We need to beat those allegations. We need a bit of sunshine. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. Yeah. So, yeah, right. I'm going to head off now. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for being very understanding. Thank you all for being so bloody lovely. And I love you all so much. Okay, if it rains for 40 days, I better go build an ark. Exactly. Everybody go in 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah. The foodies went in 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah. Foodie went in 2 by 2 and Slahi looked like he did the poo. And they all tried to get out of the rain.